Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel, and this will be one of two videos. I'll try to bring out two videos today after not uploading yesterday, and starting off then with Rios from Palmeiras, and we know that he has interest from Inter Milan and also Roma, but currently Rios is leaning towards a move to AS Roma. And as we know, Palmeiras want 30 million euros for him. At the moment, they're not budging on this, and talks remain ongoing between Palmeiras and Roma over the signing of Rios. But one thing we can say is, in Richard Rios's contract, for whatever fee he goes for, he gets 10% of that fee. So for 30 million, he will get 3 million euros back from that deal. So Richard Rios is prepared to give up this 10% he has in a future sale in his contract with Palmeiras, because, as I said, the move this summer is very likely, and he's leaning towards a move to AS Roma over Inter Milan. So let's wait and see, as talks are ongoing between both clubs, and let's see if they can find an agreement soon. Malik Diouf, then Sparta Praga right back, is set to join West Ham on a permanent transfer from Slavia Praga, should I say. And we know West Ham had one bid rejected, and they started to look at other options like Onel Martinez from Girona, a few other right back options, but West Ham then yesterday sent a new bid through for Diouf after the initial bid got rejected, an improved offer of 22 million euros plus add-ons in the deal, and this was rejected by Prague. This was accepted, by Prague. So the agreement has been reached now, and as you've probably seen the pictures, West Ham fans, of him on the flight on his way for medical test to become a new West Ham player, and then he will sign a long-term deal. So West Ham wanted a right-back after Koufal's exit, but not also that, they wanted a really good right-back, and they've got one in Diouf. Sam Beukema then finally set to join Napoli on a permanent transfer from Bologna, and this one is finally done after there's an agreement between Bologna and Napoli for 31 million euros plus add-ons in a deal. And as we know, the agreement on player side was there weeks ago for Beukema to become a new Napoli player, and he was a top target for them also as a new centre-back. And the medical test will take place, and then Beukema will sign in as a new Napoli player once this has been done. But as we said, Beukema has been waiting for this move for weeks now, but finally the breakthrough has happened, and he will join Napoli. Alejandro Garnacho then, he's been linked with moves around Europe, and also this morning moves to Saudi. And one thing we can say is there is interest from Europe and from Saudi, but Alejandro Garnacho currently has the door shut to all of the options, because the player's priority is to stay in the Premier League. And let's wait and see if a club does make a move in the Premier League, because obviously Chelsea have interest, but I'm not sure Chelsea will pursue a deal for him after the Bino Gittins deal. So let's wait and see. But Garnacho wants to stay in the Premier League after his exit from Manchester United should be a guarantee this summer, after he isn't in the plans of Ruben Amorim. But currently the doors are shut to other options outside the Premier League. Johan Bakayoko was reported then to join back pre-season with PSV today, and he will not return to pre-season with PSV today, as he's focused on getting that move completed. And he's a player who has been linked with exit for the last season or so. Many clubs have made an approach, and currently the Bundesliga is the likeliest option. As we know, we spoke about Bayer Leverkusen's interest, but from what I know currently this morning is that Bayer Leverkusen are cooling interest in Johan Bakayoko, and RB Leipzig are pushing for the signing now. So it's between Leverkusen and Leipzig. Let's see if Leverkusen make a new push for the player, but Leipzig are pushing for the deal as Leverkusen are backing off a bit. But Johan Bakayoko focused on the move, and I think we will get some clarity on that in the next days or this week for Johan Bakayoko's future. Christian Mosquera then is set to join Arsenal on a permanent transfer from Valencia, and there is a verbal agreement now in place. Obviously, the formal steps will still have to follow for a package under 20 million euros, and it was always going to be a cheap deal for Mosquera for any club due to the fact that his contract running out, etc. But the initial fee is 15 million euros is what Arsenal will pay to Valencia, and if all goes well, the formal steps, which there won't be any reason why it won't, then medical tests could take place later this week, and then Mosquera will sign a long-term deal to become a new Arsenal player. And as we know, Mosquera had interest from various clubs, but as soon as Arsenal came in for the move, he only wanted to join Arsenal, and Arsenal get the new centre-back for the future, but also for backup with Saliba and Gabriel. So Christian Mosquera will join Arsenal. But though the big one for Arsenal fans is the new striker, and finally Victor Gyökeres is set to join Arsenal on a permanent transfer from Sporting Lisbon, and the agreement is now in place between the clubs for 63.5 million euros initial fee plus 10 million euros in add-ons. So a package just under 75 million euros for Victor Gyökeres, and medical tests will take place very soon after. Gyökeres has been ready for the last week or so to fly over to London to complete his move to Arsenal, and then he'll sign a contract until 2030. And Victor Gyökeres only wanted Arsenal. He had Saudi clubs who approached him, also Italian clubs, but Gyökeres only wanted the move to Arsenal. And as you know, it was a very tense situation between Sporting and Gyökeres, but now the agreement has been reached and he will join Arsenal from Sporting Lisbon, and Arsenal finally get the striker they've needed for the last year or so. So that is it from me. As I said, another video probably coming out later depending on the news, but make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.